Hi.
Jitterong.
Alaikum salam, Auntie Aisha. What?
She still can't say it.
Assalamu alaikum, Aisha.
There you go.
Oh, that's exactly what I just said.
And we go and see Mo because Mo is, a source of ladies.
I'm like a halal pimp.
What's your education, bro?
He's a doctor.
Oof, no, listen, top of the food chain.
Hi everyone, it's Silas from AsianCultureVulture.com. Thank you for joining us. It's great to have your company. We're going to be talking about the rom-com film, What's Love Got to Do With It? Comes out in the UK very shortly. It's written by Jemima Khan. Yes, that Jemima Khan, who was married to Imran Khan, and it's directed by Shekhar Kapoor. Yes, Shekhar Kapoor, who did Elizabeth. So let's find out more. I'm with the brilliant Asim Chaudhry and Jeff Mirza, who are in the wonderful film, What's Love Got to Do With It? Asim, Jeff, welcome to AsianCultureVulture.com.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
It's very good.
Very good.
Just a little bit about your character and What's Love Got to Do With It?
So I play Mo the Matchmaker.
Mo here, Mo the Matchmaker.
No photos?
No photos yet. You're thinking with your lulu, you need to be thinking with your nunu, okay?
It's a fun kind of cameo role, but it's quite an important role in terms of, because he's the one who's trying to find people, love, and he's a bit of a dodgy character as well, because marriage is, in the Asian communities, marriage is a big business now. Absolutely. It's a big business, and I have some great improv with Jeff, who I've worked with before. Our comedy was
People Just Do Nothing.
On People Just Do Nothing, we did a scene together which we improv'd as well. So there's a lot of improv in our scene as well.
Oh, okay. So, I was going to ask you about that. How much is, did you stick to the script or improv? I can imagine you guys being
flexibility there. What happens is, like a lot of meals, the base was there, the base, and we just added the spice. So
garam masala. Yeah, we had the spice.
Absolutely. I think the jokes are tremendous, and it's hard for me to believe that they're Jemima. I think that you two have...
No, Jemima. A lot of the stuff in that is Jemima. Some of the lines were obviously improv. Like the dogging line, obviously, is an improvised line. Yeah. You could tell that, but we were just going back and forth there.
And any vices I should know about? Drinking, smoking, dogging.
No dogs, no pets.
No, dogging means something. Don't worry.
Cats are okay.
So Jeff, tell us about your dad character, the Asian dad.
Yeah, Zaid Khan. I'm the proud father, and my son needs to get married, and he needs to get married to somebody from his community. This is my character's preference, because he's in a very happy marriage himself. So he wants his child, his son, to also be happy, like he's happy. And we go and see Mo, because Mo is a source of ladies.
I'm like a halal pimp.
It's a lovely way of putting it.
So that's really what it is about, just finding that special someone, because it's very important. My son has everything, except.
Sure. What do you think a film like What's Love Got to Do says about the Asian community and the sort of the social situation, like mixed faith relationships? How do you feel about that?
Very current.
It's very current, but also, I think people don't know much about arranged marriage. They don't know how. They're like, do Asian people still get? Do they only get arranged marriages?
Yeah.
And it's like it's so different now. It's changed so much.
Yeah. If you go on a holiday back home, you're supposed to come back with a wife. That's what they.
Yeah, well, that's the stereotype, right? Yeah. It was like it's like an old school.
Are you going to go and get a wife?
Yeah.
And I think another thing that's good about the movie is that intergenerational thing where you're dealing with your son and you're a very kind of modern, outward-looking family, and there are lots of things going on in this film which are really beautifully done, I think.
Yeah. I mean, the intergenerational things are interesting because that's what's happening. We've got people of different, different backgrounds, and even you can have a modern family, but when it comes to marriage, sometimes they think in an archaic way, in the old way, and the movie explores that.
Yeah, it's still an important thing, and it's one of the things that sort of...
she needs to be fair-skinned. They get progressive, and then suddenly someone will bring that thing up.
Yeah, because that's in that scene.
Wheatish complexion.
Yeah, it is, and because even though it's a comedy, that is true, and that's a serious topic as well, because this kind of colorism is still rife in our community.
Absolutely, it's that taboo about being a certain shade, and the wheatish complexion is often.
Yeah. In the film, there's a throwaway funny line about it, but if you investigate that line, she's like, "Not too dark." I mean, that one line just shows you that the culture. Because you would never think that as a modern person, a modern Asian, you'll never go, "Oh, but she can't be too." You don't care, you know what I mean? If she's hot, she's hot.
You love who you love,
Yeah, and that's
And have you come across characters like yours? Is it based on somebody you've met or somebody?
I've seen a few people like that. And I'm from Hounslow, so it's like, we see, even if they're not matchmakers, they're basically what he is. If you strip away him being a matchmaker, he's an opportunist, right? He's a bit of a, he's like.
By the way, while he's saying this, is the ticker tape running at the bottom with the sort code.
My sort code, account number. Yeah, there's a lot of characters, opportunists. He's, it's Del Boy, it's even Chabuddy, there's elements of that, that kind of wheeler dealer, like halal pimp, like I said.
And is this the kind of films you want to be in? Do you get a lot of scripts like this, or how do you see that in your career in terms of actors?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously, I get in roles playing dads, and I think I'm coming into my own now, playing the father role.
You're great,
a fatherly role.
I love comedy and I love rom-coms, and this is a very, very good rom-com.
This is something unique.
I think this is going to be a memorable film, and I think we were in Toronto for the premiere, and you never really know how a film. Obviously, we've seen the preview, we went to the private screenings, but seeing it in front of an audience,
real paying people as well.
Oh man, it was really, and I think our people, especially. I think the younger generation are going to love it. I was saying to my cousin, she's 25, she's not married, and she's so excited about this film. And I told her, I went, you are going to love this film because it's speaking directly to you, but not just you, because these days, a lot of Asian people aren't married. They're in their 30s, mid-30s, maybe 40s, and that's fine. We're not saying you have to get married. But I'm saying this film explores that wanting of love and the difficulties around it and the societal pressure and the family pressure. It does a lot and it's very funny. And I really think it's going to be an important film.
Did you audition? How was that process of you?
Well, Jemima Khan, like Jeff was saying, she is she's like the Princess Diana of Pakistan. She just slid in my DMs basically, and she said, I'm a massive fan of your work, and my sons are obsessed with you. You need to be in my movie. And she said, what role do you want to play? So I just thought, the Matchmaker. The Matchmaker was originally a woman. So they changed. Yeah, they changed.
A woman with a beard.
Woman with a beard. Now I'm thinking about it. I think they probably set the original Matchmaker on. There's that Netflix show. Okay. Where it's the Indian woman. I think it was originally like that. I can see that. And then I think we
then they moved it more London, a bit more wide boy.
How do you guys assess the state of comedy, Asian comedy?
Someone just says, "Oh, he's a great comic," not he's a great British Asian comic. Yeah. That's I think when we get to that stage where we're obviously not at yet, then. But we're getting there. I mean,
there's been a lot of progress,
Do you think that it's changing? That Asian parents now are being more open about this kind of acting, comedy, stand-up?
If you ask my mum and dad, they know what my mum.
Is there a big picture of you up there?
They love me. Now my mum goes, "We always knew."
Are you like?
Right. It's exactly what Jeff said. Once you slip that 100 quid under the door, then everything's all right.
And by the way, in the movie, Nani John is actually my real mum.
Yeah, your mother,
So the irony is the same lady who was saying to me those many years ago, she's now in the movie. Will there be another movie sequel? I'm like, Mum, I don't know, man.
Did you coach her? How did that?
She's somebody who does Urdu poetry, so she was quite confident on stage, reciting her poetry. So I had a feeling that she would be okay. What really happened was Jemima phoned up and said, "Do you know anybody, an elderly Asian lady who can speak some Urdu, who can act?" And I thought, Mum could. And then I asked Mum, and Mum was like, "Beta, pata nahi, okay." And so we made a video, made a little tape. I sent it. I didn't tell Jemima it was my mum, and then she got the job. And then later on the set, one of the ADs was like, "Is that your mum?" And then it got around that it was my mother. So
what bit of advice would you give to the young Asim Chaudhry who was just making his way now from where you are now?
I would say to the young version of me, I would say, believe in yourself more, because no one really believed in me, right, growing up, because everyone, like I said, everyone thought he was a waste man. And to be honest, I don't blame them, because I acted like a waste man, right? I was just doing stupid things and not taking my life seriously. I would not waste so much time, because I think if I actually paid attention in school and I actually really tried, I could have been...
A doctor?
I'm saying... I always had these creative ideas, but if I had someone pushing me and being like, "These are good ideas, you're not a nuisance, you're not messing around." What I was doing was being very creative. I was making music and TV shows and skits when I was a young kid. And my parents thought that was
messing around. You didn't have an avenue, though, to channel it. I didn't have an avenue. You didn't have a mentor.
Jeff, did you have a comedy mentor?
The only way I could get out was via comedy. And so that was my outlet. And I didn't really plan a career as such, but I just enjoyed, and also it was a little bit, what's that thing you do when you just to sort of get a frisson, you feel like a bit...
like a kind of adrenaline.
Yeah, I just get adrenaline bars and come, and I've got like a little. It was my secret world, you see, stand-up comedy where I'd escape. And
But you didn't have a mentor then, really?
No,
did you?
not really.
If you had someone,
somebody would say, "This is the career path where it should go."
Why should people see What's Love Got to Do with It?
I think it's a very, very funny film, first of all, and then I think it's a very important film. And it's a film where I think it's about time we talked about some of these things in a light-hearted way, but also in a serious way. And I think this film does that. And it's very funny.
Yeah, at its heart, I think there's entertainment. I think that people go, the crowd of people would say, look, I just want to be entertained tonight. But there are messages in this movie for everyone. And it's just entertainment. It'll be a great night out for anyone.
Yeah, bring the whole family.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a movie you can watch with...
Single people and married people.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was brilliant.
Yeah,
Thank you.
enjoyed that. Thank you.
Now the party starts. I used to think that I was scared of being with the wrong person, but now I realise that I'm scared of being with the right person.